this afternoon in Portsmouth. Labour is in Portsmouth! Ladies and gentlemen, we have some young people who are going to entertain us this afternoon. And so at this time, we want to invite the flag wavers. The flag wavers, as they give us a presentation here this afternoon. Put your hands together for the young people this afternoon.
Victory!
Thank you, DJ Real Boss. Thank you, DJ Real Boss. Ladies and gentlemen, the Labour Party is showing its strength this afternoon. We are hosting two major rallies on the same day at the same time in two different constituencies. So you know what that means? This means that our Prime Minister has to be both here in Portsmouth and in the Bataka this afternoon. And he is coming to Portsmouth this afternoon. So he will be here for us this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we're going to have two solidarity messages, one from Mr. Lawrence Etienne and the other from Miss Marvlin Warner. Put your hands together for Mr. Lawrence Etienne as he brings to us a solidarity message from the Portsmouth constituency.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Labor rights. Labor rights. You are looking very, very, very pretty. This afternoon, I do not consider myself a politician by any stretch of imagination. But at least I am here this afternoon. And I am here this afternoon, first and foremost, to show solidarity with our pal rep, the Honorable Ian Douglas, who will be endorsed here later this afternoon. I am also here because from 1975, I have been following the political situation in this country. And you can very much really maybe decide what my age is. But from 1975, I have seen an evolution. And what a better time for us to rally with the Dominica Labour Party, because I believe the Dominica Labour Party is more suited to give leadership to this country in this 21st century and beyond. But for this to become more a reality, we need brothers and sisters like you and I to champion the cause of labor. Because if we do not champion the cause of labor, chances are we might fall by the wayside. But permit me to say, in order for us to move forward, I must think of the stalwarts of labor. As I was just sitting here, one of my previous colleagues, Mr. Austri, Honorable Austri, just walked in. And then my mind went back and I say, this man is also one of the stalwarts of labor. Because they went as far as calling him a certain name. But that name suits him. And it suits the temperature, the political temperature in which we are in today. I think of our own Ian Douglas, Honorable, who is the parliamentary representative for the area. He also is a stalwart because this man's contribution in the House cannot go unnoticed. And when you think of history, you think of the Honorable Ian Douglas. And many more I could really talk about this afternoon, but time is limited. Guys like Simeon, Albert, they stay on the radio and they champion the cause of labor. There's a very good friend of mine in New York. I'm not sure if she's listening, but she goes by the name of Stephanie James, all the way from New York, but she gives reference to everything that is happening in Dominica. And those are the stalwarts of labor and many, many more. But in one hand, we have the stalwarts of labor, but we also have those that stand daily trying to bring down this country. And this is why I'm here this afternoon, because I am so angry when I think of a so-called pastor in the very south of this country want to tell the Prime Minister what to do, and even claiming that because he's the minister responsible for finance, he must pay the money for electoral reform. No. I find this guy is very rude. And this is the reason why I'm here this afternoon. Because this pastor, this so-called pastor, must realize that there were many things in his own personal life that he needed to straighten up. A lot of domestic issues. And if Almighty God, Laborites, listen to me, if Almighty God forgave him of all his sins and the many things that he have done, God will also forgive the Labour Party if they have sinned, and we can champion our cause. And so this is why I am here this afternoon. I am also here this afternoon because I can think of the guy who is responsible, the General Secretary of the PSU, also want to think that the children of Labour belongs to him and want to tell the Prime Minister he cannot meet with the average or the ordinary public servants. So it means that the Prime Minister must come to him and ask him whether I can. You know, brothers and sisters, Laborites, these are the things that causes me to be stirred on the inside. And daily I am getting angry because I am not a guy that will subject myself to the dictates of people. The civil servants and everyone in this country, they need the extra cash. Everybody needs an extra dollar or two. But when you reach to a stage where you want to dictate to the Prime Minister as to how he should go, I believe you have crossed the line. And if I am loving a woman, I cannot love the children and hate the woman. So it means, therefore, that the children, the public servants are children of the land, which is Dominica. So, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, that's what that prompts me to be here this afternoon. And let me say to every one of you, there is something that you must do, and that is the word that is in your mouth. Speak life over this country. You have to speak the success that you want to see come to pass. And do not let yourselves to be dictated by any other issue. The Bible says that death and life is in the power of the tongue. So if we say that we're going to be victorious, then we are going to be victorious. So with these few words, come December 6th, beloved, let us go to the polls and let us champion the cause of Labour. This is why I'm here this afternoon. God bless you.
Yo! Straight to the top, straight to the top, straight to the top, live going. Straight to the top, straight to the top, straight to the top, live going. Straight to the top, straight to the top, straight to the top, live going. Straight to the top, straight to the top, straight to the top, live going. If you're not in Labour, why you're not in time?
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. I would like to welcome the Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Reginald Austru, in our midst here this afternoon, and also our candidate.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laborites, let us all stand as we welcome our Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Roosevelt.
As the days go by, out comes the sun, shining on my face again. Grades get me high so I can meditate. Dreams of brighter days. Highest grades we blaze. Dreams of brighter days. Giving thanks. Giving thanks as the days goes by, giving thanks and praise.
Let's welcome our Prime Minister this afternoon.
I realize there's no turning back. Got to complete life's journey, though things get contrary. Got to make it to the top. See, I'm searching for a way to survive. Working so hard, I know job will provide. See, I'm keeping my head high. Mama tell me the limit is the sky.
Dreams of brighter days.
Put your hands together for our Prime Minister, our political leader.
Dreams of brighter days. Giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks.
Giving thanks
As the
alive.
days goes by, giving thanks and praise. It's burden heavy, but still a tread on. Weary, but no watch the school face where we have on. Real soldiers keep standing. Now give up the fight. No.
The sun will shine tomorrow. We shall see the rainbow, and I will never let go.
Thank you. Thank you, Vijay Wilbur. And let's continue for our sister, Marvelyn Warner. Thank you.
Yes, brothers and sisters, today is a day we stand here in solidarity with our own Ian Douglas, the PAL rep, and the next PAL rep to be for the constituency of Portsmouth. Brothers and sisters, I say to you this day, opportunity lost can never be regained. So at no time whatsoever can we throw the Labour Party for something that we will not get, brothers and sisters. The United Workers' Party is not in the interest of any people here in Dominica. They are for their own pocket, brothers and sisters. And brothers and sisters, I say to you, when you look all over Dominica and for you to see the hard work that the Labour Party, together with the Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit has done, there is no other government that could do it like that, brothers and sisters. And brothers and sisters, I say to you, good things is coming our way. This is just a tip of the iceberg, brothers and sisters. And those who that did not get their fair share now, don't be afraid. Better days are ahead coming, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, when we look at our country today, if you look at your all manifesto to see what Maria and Hurricane Erika did us and to where we are today, we have to say thank God and to the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit. The country has transformed, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, when the Honorable Rosie Douglas was in power, he was not in government. We were in opposition. But he went out and he could still get scholarship to send our children overseas and study. Brothers and sisters, the opposition, did they do anything? No. They just sit and all they want is grab, grab, grab. And brothers and sisters, I am telling you, they are desperate. And you know what they are desperate for? There is CBI money. And that is what they are desperate for. But I say to you, tell them, no way, it's not going to happen. They will not put their hand in the kitty, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, a vote for Ian is a vote for the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit and a vote for the Dominica Labour Party, brothers and sisters. And brothers and sisters, I am going to talk a little patois here this afternoon. But this is for the Haitians that are residents in Dominica. Mwakadi tout haïtien qui esi, qui ni residence Dominica, eba yo ni passeport nou, pape UWP, kuyane yo. Pis, le yo taka vini esi, se même UWP la, ki pate vle yo vini esi, ebe se Roosevelt Skerrit, ki dubut pou yo. So mwaka diyo, jodila, dubut, kote Labour Party, dubut, kote Roosevelt Skerrit, PC, your pay, your mistake, ebe alemete kwala, kote ligo hinla, I'm sorry for you. Brothers and sisters, I have a message for the youths. I have a message for the youths. And I know a lot of youth is here today. Things are hard for everybody, brothers and sisters. I want to say to the youth, when your parents wanted to send you to college, things was bad. She could not pay the tuition fee, or he could not pay the tuition fee. And thank God, the day Labour Party came into office. Right now, you can just put your bag on your back and step into college free of charge, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, you don't have to remember that you have a tuition fee to pay. Because when the time reached and you had to pay tuition fee, if you had an exam to do, messieurs, mesdames, ou patin sa paye, puis ou pas qu'à payer. Brothers and sisters, the United Workers' Party said it was this government that let Ross go. But I have news for them, brothers and sisters. It wasn't this Dominica Labour Party. It was the same opposition. When students were going to Rosso to do their medical, there was the one that was demonstrating block road and light fire on the road. Students have to go back to the school, brothers and sisters. It was not this government. Brothers and sisters, Ian has done a lot. And when you keep vote for him, he will do more for you. Brothers and sisters, stand firm with the Dominica Labour Party. Don't give up. We must, not will. We must win. Brothers and sisters, I want to say to you again, evil don't go with good. The government is doing good. And whether they go through any means and ways, God is on our side. And I say to the Honorable Prime Minister, there is a song that says, in the midst of all my problems, in the midst of all my fears, I call upon my Savior, and he heard my humble prayer. He said, I'm with you always. On me you can depend. So I wipe my weeping eyes, and I look towards the sky. So I said to the Honorable Prime Minister, wipe his weeping eyes and look towards the sky. And come on the 6th of December, we will be victorious. I thank you. I thank you. Thank you.
Labour!
Hospital coming, even airport coming. So Labour we voting. The others coming. Hospitals coming, even airport coming. So Labour we voting. Boom. I put all Labour. Tell that to my auntie, my sister, even the.
That's the power of the Dominican Labour Party! Oh yes! And this afternoon, we are having two major rallies at the same time. It shows the power of Labour in Dominica. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on with our program. And at this time, I invite to speak to you, right here from Portsmouth, your very own Ambassador Emmanuel Nanton. Put your hands together for Emmanuel Nanton, my dear friends.
The hotels coming, hospital coming, even airport coming. So Labour we voting. The hotels coming, hospitals coming, even airport coming. So Labour we voting.
Ladies and gentlemen, comrades all, the political leader of the Dominica Labour Party, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, the candidates of Labour, the Minister of Government, we have the Deputy Prime Minister with us. You, the people of Labour, the sons and daughters of Labour from near and far. I say according to Marvelin, it is well. It is well. It is well with our souls in Labour. Labour! 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 It It is well with my soul. It is well with Labour's soul. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades all, I welcome you to the Jardin Patat of Labour. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike always had his Jardin Patat, and you today are standing on the playing field built by Labour in the Jardin Patat of Labour. And let me tell you, in 1975, Labour, and just before, Labour took part of the Gist Estates and subdivided it for the people of Glenvilla. Each lot was 50 by 75 feet, and each lot was given to the people of Glenvilla for $500. $500, because Labour knew that we had to take care of our people. That is the spirit of Labour. The Jardin Patat was built because the people of Glenvilla got the lots at Glenvilla at $500 per house lot. Comrades, it did not stop there. Soon after, Labour took over some of the lands of the Gist Estates at Picard and subdivided it to the workers on Gist Estate who were living here in Glenvilla, and gave each worker 4 acres of land at 1,500 EC dollars per acre. It is well with our soul. It is well with our soul. That is the spirit and vigor of Labour. Ladies and gentlemen, it did not stop there. Labour went on in Chance, and Labour took over the lands in Chance. Labour surveyed the land with Logan from Bolton and Mike as Minister of Agriculture. And we knew what happened. Those lands stayed there in Chance, none touched, not touched at all, until we came back. As a matter of fact, I recall the days when Mike Douglas, our pal rep, took people like Modo, who at the time was Freedom Rights and some others, and helped with Bertie Truck and carrying houses on the house in Chance, so that the people of Zikak could get the lands that Labour had acquired for them. That is your party. That is Labour Party. That's how we have been. And then, brothers and sisters, under Freedom Party and UWP, the people got the land in Chance, but at $7 and $8 a square foot. My dear friends, Labour, knowing our people, Labour, concerned about our people, decided no way. When we came back in power, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit said no way. Let us give the people the land at $1 a square foot. You remember that? You remember that? How many hundreds of families got land in Chance at $1 a square foot when the government before that had given you papers for $6, $7, and $8? You remember that? Labour is the party that cares about your people. Labour is the party who cares. It is safer with Labour. My dear friends, the non-giving, non-distribution did not just stop with the lands that we took over in Chance. In 1978, Labour came to Glenvilla and went to Zikak and cut all the roads while Patrick John was Prime Minister and Manantan was Mayor. And all the roads in Glenvilla and Zikak were cut. We cut them, yes, with Caterpillar, and we put tariffs on the roads. When we came back, 22 years after, we met the same tariffs that we put on in 1978, 22 years before that. Tell us who care about the people of Glenvilla. Tell us who care about the people of Portsmouth. That is the Dominica Labour Party. That is the Dominica Labour Party. My dear friends, we in Portsmouth know who care about us, because we recall that in the days when we were in opposition, Lago just there, where Reggie representing now, was a strong freedom stronghold. So Mike Douglas would win Tongongsul in Glenvilla, in Zikak, in Portsmouth, and Freedom would win Lago. And that is how Eugenia Charles would get 2 votes in Lago, nominate 5, and take over the Tongongsul. And although Eugenia Charles and Freedom Party had their Lago winning every single time, what did they do for Lago? What did they do for Lago? Lago at the time was people who were living on lands that they rented. they had no permission to build toilets. At the time, the party who opposed Labour, who was the government at the time, built 3 communal pit latrine. 3 communal pit latrine. So 8 families had to share 1 pit latrine. That is not what Labour is about. That is not what Skerrit is about. That is not what Ian is about. That's not what Reggie and I stand for. No way. No way. No way. So Roosevelt Skerrit, our leader and prime minister, said, no, we have to take care of the people of Lagos. And when I look to my left, I am seeing the beautiful rows of houses right there. Roosevelt Skerrit ordered Austria, the minister, to buy 20 acres of land there and build houses for the people of Lagos, to move the people of Lagos right there. So you can see the homes right there. It will be given over shortly, 68 of them. But there are another 200 to be built right there. Yes, because Labour will take care of its own. And my dear friends, we are in Glenville, and just on the other side, in Georgetown, some people here call it Promiseville. Labour recently delivered 68 houses. And sometimes, some people say, well, Glenville people did not get enough. But out of the 68, 43 went to the people of Glenville. 43. We gave a few to people in Portsmouth, in Zikak, in Doden, and in Bonn, because they're part of the constituency. But let me tell the people of Glenville, those who have not gotten theirs yet, we just started to build houses. We just started to build houses in Georgetown. We have an extra 200 to build in Georgetown. So don't be afraid. Your time is coming. You too will get your share. And if you see the plan for Georgetown, just this morning I went in there and I could see the foundation of the new health center is already on its way in Georgetown in Promiseville, because Labour care for you. My dear friends, the other day I spoke with some youths on the block and I told them, you know what, let me take you to part of Portsmouth. Let me tell you that when I grew up as a boy, we as a boy grew up, and people like Mike and Rosie and people like Neville Wade and Faustin would say, we can fix Dominica, but we must fix Portsmouth first. Because we believe that Portsmouth can be the engine of growth for all of Dominica. We believe when you look at the plains overlooking Portsmouth, we can hold 3 times the population of Dominica as it is at present. So, my dear friends, I took them to Kempinski, and I told them when I was their age, the area where we sat last week was our dumping site in Portsmouth. That's where we threw our garbage under the previous government. We threw our garbage there every week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we threw our garbage on the other side. Under Labour, that dumping site has been transformed to one of the most beautiful hotels, not just in Dominica, in the Caribbean, but in the world. In the world. In the world. The Cambridge Resort Kempinski. And last week, I had a delegation from Dubai and Iraq here. And I said, Mr. Nanton, we have many, many lovely things in Dubai, but we have no hotel like that in Dubai. None whatsoever. That is here in Portsmouth, built for you by the Dominica Labour Party. So I told the young man, you have this hotel. Very soon, you will have the other opening of the other hotel, the Morocco Hotel. And we have a number of good chains who are looking to run the Morocco Hotel. And I told them, when they look between, the helicopter landed in the park last week, they came to look at doing a marina between the 2 hotels. And the Prime Minister already announced that we will do a 3rd hotel in Tatan, east of Kempinski. I told them that is part of the vision of Labour. When you go down to Coconut Beach on the old Pickett Estate, you have the biggest hotel chain in the world, Marriott, building their most luxurious brand and niche resort, Marriott Autograph Collection, being built on the lands of the former Geese Pickett Estate right here in Portsmouth. My dear friends, and just beyond Marriott, we have an ultra-exclusive, luxurious, Dominican-owned Dominican Secret Bay. And Secret Bay is expanding to come down to almost meet Marriott right there. That is the work of Labour. That is the vision of Labour. But you cannot take chances. You cannot take chances because history has taught us that the others do not care for us. History has taught us that the others do not care a kapai, for want of a better term, for us. History showed us roads in Glenville, in Zikak, the lands in Chance. We know, because we have been here. My dear friends, when I stand here today and I look at the sea of red, and just beyond you, I see the plains of the lovely land. We see what we can see and what Portsmouth can be and should be like in the next 20 years. So I told the young men that they are inheriting a tongue today that is taken off. They have to take the baton and move on with that. And they have to determine where Portsmouth will be in 5, 10, 15, and 20 years. Because I see a new Portsmouth. I see a new Portsmouth being one of the best cities in the Caribbean, if not the world. I see a beautiful Portsmouth. I see a happy Portsmouth. A Portsmouth full of employment. A Portsmouth full of development. I see the road, the Michael Douglas Boulevard, continuing across to go down to 1 mile. I see the road from 1 mile to the hospital, joining across and opening up all the lands above Portsmouth on Chance by Mr. LD, by LD&M Land, Mr. Daya, Hector, and all the lands over there. I see a Portsmouth where Grange ties into Tatan and the hundreds of acres of land there being developed, opened up for residents, for business, for dwelling, for commerce. I see a Portsmouth. That is all very, very beautiful in my head, in my mind. But the people must stay focused because the only party that can deliver it to you is the Dominica Labour Party. My dear friends, in ending, let me just say here that I am pleased with you and pleased with Glenville and Portsmouth and Chance and Bourne and Dodan for the support that you have given to Labour over the years. Now is our time. Now is the time for us to expand and grow Portsmouth. Now is the time for us to create a new economy. Now is our time to create a new society that will impress every living Dominican here and abroad. Now is the time where our young men and young women shall be fully employed, own their own businesses, their own whatever they want. The vision is theirs. The sky is the limit. Labour is the only conduit. Labour rights, let's move forward. Forward ever, backward never. I love you, Labour. Thank you.
Yeah.
All Labour rights coming. Labour rights, the bell. We have ring the bell.
Thank you very much. Scrunter, if you are nearby, please come backstage. Scrunter, if you are nearby, please come backstage. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to give you some entertainment. And at this time, we are getting ready for Lloydie. Lloydie, who's going to entertain us this afternoon. Put your hands together as we welcome Lloydie here this afternoon.
Are you ready, Labour rights? Are you ready? Take it up. Real boss, I want to know who here. Senjo, I see in Senjo. I see in Monorachet. I see in Coliho. I see in Thibault. I see in Penville. I see in Viecas. I see in Campbell. Who missing? I see in Salisbury. I see in Delis. I see in Wesley. I see in Wootty. Where the Posse crew? Where the Granville crew? Who on the truck are? Everybody, are you ready? Have to sing. 1, get ready to sing. 2, get ready. 1, 2, everybody sing. We going all the way with the Granville. All the way with the Posse. All the way with the Zika. All the way. And here we go now. This is the Labour anthem. We vote in Labour in election. This is the Labour. Here we go. Here this go. For honesty, integrity in government. That's what we want. Come the ship, rescue the sinking ship to keep this country alive. For Labour Party for you and me. Government of transparency. For progress for we nation. Labour rights, I want to hear you sing. We going all the way. Road for them. All the way. Zika. every time. Big up to you. Big up to Mighty Boko. Malin! Dear cause! Benville! Hear me now! Labour government, putting this country first. That is why we can reverse, reducing poverty for you and me. Working in the best interest of this nation, stabilize the economy. Revive agricultural industry. Record tourist arrival. Support for the elderly. We going all the way. Salisbury. Layu. Central. Where the Mahoku? Where the Mahoku? Where the Mahoku? Where the Campbell crew? Where the Campbell village, baby, my love? We going all the way. Understand? All you know the dance? Well, no, we stop. All you know the dance? People importing labor again. People importing labor again. What's the dance? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Keep the labor inside. Yes. Keep the labor inside. Yes. Keep the labor inside. Yes. Say it. Keep it. Yes. Keep the labor inside. Yes. Keep the labor inside. Importing labor. You don't know. Get ready. Why the one so? Take out something and wave. Take out something and wave. I want to see red in the sky. Red in the sky. Here we go. Keep it level inside. Yes. Keep it level inside. Yes. Keep it level inside. Somebody say yes. Keep it level. Yes. Keep it level inside. Low. Keep it level inside. When I say we keep it level inside, you answer me yes. And it comes to 4, we're gonna do it again. 1, we go in again. 2, we go in again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, let's go. All the way. We keep it level inside, yes. We keep it level inside, yes. We keep it level inside, yes. Everybody now, if you vote in level, put your hand in the air. Hand in the air, hand in the air, hand in the air. Somebody scream. We're not turning back. Salisbury. Rosa! Benville! Where my T-Ball crew, baby? Where the Calibration crew? Where the Provost crew, baby? Ask them that way. If you vote in Labour, if you vote in Labour on December 6th, put your hand in here for me, please. And scream!
We shall not be moved. Just like the trees that planted by the waters.
Labour Party shall not be moved.
I run things in Dominica.
Shall not be moved.
Tell the land,